So this is a quick review of the Tcl C745, and of course it runs on Google, so it's Google TV, I'm an Android TV, and this is the Android TV 12. And just quick impressions. Of course, this is a much better TV than C735, and one of the reasons behind that is this one has FALD, full array local dimming, so that really helps with the blacks. The blacks feel like they pop more. And the first thing that I normally do when I'm testing such TVs to see if they are worth it is to look at them and look and see if you can watch all content on them. This one has 1000 nits. So since it has 1000 nits, of course you can watch HDR content on it. HDR content, because HDR content is normally very dark, and here you can be able to watch like most of the content. There's nothing that I watched that I felt like was horrible, like the Tcl C845, of course, is 2000 nits, so that one is super bright, so you'll enjoy all content. With this, there's a few things that you might wish that maybe they were a little bit brighter, but still, I'd say like watching Prime Video on this, it's still a very good experience. Things look good. So yeah, this is a TV that I'd recommend to anyone who's like in the market for a TV right now and you can't afford a mini LED and you can't afford an OLED. This would be a very good TV for you. And which size? Normally, the tricky thing with this is if I was like recommending a size for C745, I'd recommend 55 inch. And the reason is I feel like the 65 inch, the difference between the C745 and the C845, I feel like you just need to add that extra money and take the C845. But with the 55 inch, the difference is much bigger. So if I was to recommend a size for this one, I'd recommend C55 inch for the C745. Yes, as I said, it's a good TV. The picture is bright. Let me make sure that I've censored. Yes. So the picture is bright enough, and the colors pop. The colors pop really well. So that's also good. As you can see, it's HDR10 plus, and it gives you a few options like to change the picture. This is where I feel like I needed more options to change the picture, but still it's good. It's good. As I said, you're going to love the image because it's going to always be bright enough. Because with other things, I always find like the HDR knob with the C735 going downwards, it just wasn't bright enough. So you'd feel like picture is too dark, you can't see clearly. With this one, you'll be able to watch basically everything that you want to watch. And so that's HDR. So HDR looks really good. And as usual, of course, even on the C735, Dolby Vision looked good. So here Dolby Vision looks better. And also like the few things that I tested out that have SDR, they looked good on this. The only time that I wished maybe the image was better was in a dark room. In a dark room, you can see, as much as there is the local dimming, you can still see what is called the dirty screen effect, where you feel like there are some pixels that look funny on the corner of the video. But those ones are for TV nerds. Like for the average viewer, I'd say this is a perfect TV. And apart from that, I'd recommend like a 55 inch. This is really good. Like if there was a smaller version for this, it would be like my next TV, but there's no smaller version. You have to start at 55, and the space that I have for it, the 55 can't go. But for the Eco Studio, of course, we are thinking of a mini LED and 75, because we enjoyed a 75 inch mini LED. It was really huge. But yeah, so back to the C745, as I said, another good thing about it is it's running on Android TV version 12. And the good thing about this one is if you're looking for apps, you can get a lot of apps that were not available for the other Android version, which was 11. So yeah, with this, if you have like a British account, you can get things like BBC iPlayer. So that was a good thing with this one. So yeah, so the C745, a good TV, a very good upgrade. A great upgrade compared to the C735. This is a good TV. I'd recommend, as I keep saying, the 55 inch, because if you want to go to the 65 inch, my question will be, why not add that extra 40,000 shillings and just go mini LED? Like you're so close to the mini LED technology. When the mini LED technology is separated by 40,000 shillings, I'd always recommend you go for the higher technology. But for the 55-inch, this is a perfect TV. And yeah, you're going to enjoy. As I keep saying, I normally test things out with Prime Video, because on Netflix you're going to get Dolby Vision stuff and SDR stuff, and those basically look perfect. Where you actually test your TV is this app. Prime Video can frustrate you, and I've really enjoyed like just watching some basic TV on this. As I said, the only times I've felt the weaknesses of this TV is when I'm watching in a dark room. That time you'll notice those, like, there are things that you wish were a little bit better. But apart from that, the Tcl C745, a worthy upgrade from the C735. I'm looking forward to checking out the C755 because that's now a mini LED. And that's the one that's between this and the C805 and then the C845. So those two will be interesting to see. But in the meantime, if you're looking for a TV, I recommend this, the C745 TCL.